welcome to the Albert and Billy Show on WUAT Radio and Channel 18 Valley TV. And of course, you can always check us out on YouTube. Allie, I know we go to watch us on YouTube. You go to Channel 18 Valley TV, their Facebook page, and then the YouTube link is there. Or you can go to their YouTube page. And you can also find our episodes on my Facebook page. Just go to Billy Bridges Facebook, and I always put the new episodes on there each week. And we are joined today by the Circuit Court Clerk of Bledsoe County, Mr. Michael Walker. He's here with us today. Hello, Michael.
Hey, how are y'all doing?
Doing pretty good. How you doing?
Fine, thank you.
I'm enjoying the chapstick here. Michael Walker, Circuit Court Clerk, chapstick. That's the way to do it, bud.
I appreciate that.
Those things cost you $1 in the store.
They did me too.
Next time he can bring us some food, can't he, Papa?
Well, yeah, usually they hand out just a card.
Yeah. We'll take prizes all day long. Gifts all day long, buddy.
Nail files is what a lot of hand out.
I do have some
Marvin
matches,
used to do that.
Yeah, he did.
I remember that.
And pencils.
Yes, I've seen those.
Pencils.
Do you have any of those?
I don't. I thought chapstick was a little different.
It's
I didn't know if
unique.
anybody had the chapstick, so I thought that might be the better
I'd
way
say
to go.
you're unique.
I think you're the first one to do this. Well, it's the first one I've got. So
Right.
Somebody is doing it. They're holding out. So I'm gonna set that right there. Well, Papa, you wanted that. I actually come up with a question first, just to let y'all know, guys. But I guess I'll give Papa some credit here, and I'll let him ask the question.
I will.
You do that.
I know you. I have known you for many, many years.
Right.
But I know you better because of your children.
Right, correct.
I have been around them more than I have you. I've been fortunate enough to be around Keelan for several years.
And he talks very highly of you.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're a rich man because I watched how many snack cakes you buy and how many bags of chips you buy. You got to be a rich man.
Was at one time, maybe.
About 4 one time. But anyway.
Now, he's a sponsor of our show too.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that.
This might be our first interview with a sponsor.
Okay,
Yeah,
good deal. I sure
good.
appreciate the invite to come on your show.
Oh, no problem.
Well,
no problem.
one day, and Keelan, when I first saw him, he looked smaller than the other boys.
He was.
But then as time went, I was down there 7 years. As time went on, he
He's
grew.
talking about his time as
monitor
lunchroom.
lunchroom.
Now he substitutes.
He got a little bit taller, and so one day we were talking, and he said, he was through eating, he said, I got to go check on my women.
Go check on what?
Oh,
my women.
Oh,
my face may be getting red right now. I'm not sure.
He's a character. And
he
had
must be. That's funny.
And he had a friend named Bob, and I think they tried to outdo each other. They bought 4 bags of chips apiece, and they'd eat them. They ate their food.
Right.
And then ate 4 bags of
Yeah.
chips. Dang.
That every day.
God.
But one thing I'm interested in, the political position that you're in,
Yeah.
you don't know how many years you'll get to serve,
Correct.
but hopefully many years,
Hopefully, yes.
because some of your predecessors have held that office for multiple occasions whenever they
That's
rerun.
true.
You are correct, yes.
Jamie had it for a good while. About 20.
I think he come in a part-term. I'm thinking it was
so.
like 13 years, but don't hold me to that.
At least, I would say so.
But of course, it's not
Yeah.
just that position. You take some of those other people over there. They've been there a long time.
A long
Carolyn
time.
Terry was there a long
Yeah,
time.
she
Carolyn
was.
Terry's daddy was there a long
He
time.
sure was, yeah.
Russell Swafford was there a long time, and on and on and on. But
Deanna and Emma's been there a long time.
They
now.
have, yeah.
right.
Well, about 20 years.
But here you are. It's time for an election, and so you are running again
Yes, sir, I am.
because you want the people of Bledsoe County to know that you're available and that you've done a good job and you want to do it again.
That is great. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve the citizens of Bledsoe County the past almost 8 years now. I say 8 years. It'll be 8 years in
Yeah.
September when I took office. But it's always,
It's flew by.
it has, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, I've always heard you'll never work a day in life if you enjoy your job. And I do
That's
enjoy
true.
my job. It's not like I'm going to, you know, to work, which I have worked in the past, and
Yeah.
you know, but it's a really, I really enjoy the job. It's stressful at times.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
But you're not digging ditches.
you're not digging ditches.
Well,
that's for
that's
sure.
true,
That's
that's
for sure.
true.
And I think Billy knows a little bit what we go
Oh,
through from the
yeah.
jail. He's been at the
When I
jail
worked
for a
at
while.
The
so-
jail, I had to work with Michael a lot.
That's correct. Yes, yes. But
Oh, you see it all.
it has been an honor to be able to serve the citizens of Bledsoe County and to get to the support that I have got in the past 8 years, and hopefully the continued support here in the
Right.
upcoming election in August.
Right. Yeah, remember that, people. Just
August the 2nd. Yeah.
reminder there, August the 2nd is the general
Yeah,
election.
I think early voting starts July the 13th.
And that's
I believe
not,
that's
but just
so.
a little over a month away.
That
That's
is
not
correct.
long.
That's not long at all.
Well, I have a question I'd like to ask you, Michael. To me, you're a young man.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Comparably speaking, you're very young. But at one point here, nearly 8 years ago, you decided to throw your hat in the ring and get into politics.
I did,
He
yes,
was
sir.
very young then.
What prompted you to do the change of vocations to get into politics?
Well,
And we should say before we were talking, he's one of the rare people that did win at a young age. That's not very easy to do.
And it was a privilege to see the support that I got in my first, I guess you could say, go around.
Yeah.
You know, because like I wasn't in politics.
Right.
I had worked at Lazy Boy and was cutting timber at the
Right.
time. You know, and I wasn't in politics at all.
Right.
I had a
You
couple.
were a lot younger than the rest of
For
them.
sure,
Yeah.
yes. I had a couple people to approach me, actually starting out to running for road supervisor. Is what they approached me for. And
I think I remember that.
yeah, and of course Marvin had run in the past and still
Yeah.
campaigning for 4 years, and I said, you know, I know Marvin. I don't think there's any way in the world I could beat him. You know, then that kind of fell to the side. Then I had someone approach me about a courthouse job, and
Yeah.
that's when I chose. You know, I kind of knew everybody. I didn't really know Jamie at the time. I knew everyone
Right.
downstairs, so to speak. So I said the only one I would even be interested in would be the circuit court clerk's office. So
Right.
then, you know, I was.
Did they have to persuade you a little bit?
Well, you know, I was
Did you have
weighing
to
my
think on
options.
it?
I thought about it because, you know, I hadn't been in politics, you know,
Yeah.
and an office job. I for sure hadn't been in an office job,
Yeah.
you know. But
It's a big decision. to make.
it is a big decision. It is a big decision, and you know, it takes a lot of time and effort to get out in politics.
That
And
is true.
even on your spouse, you know, it's a lot on them and your children as well. And but you know, more I guess the word kind of got out, and the more people started coming to me. So I thought, you know, I may have a shot. You know,
Yeah.
So I decided, you know,
Give
what
it
would
a
it hurt?
chance.
So yeah, I'd give it
Yeah.
a chance, and I really enjoyed the job and really appreciate everybody that supported me.
Yeah, I guess you're glad you took that chance. Now.
Yes, for sure,
It
for
paid
sure.
off.
Yes, yes, I am really glad.
But that is true about the time, you know, we can say that because of Marvin Papa. You went to a lot of events with him
Oh yeah.
and Mom, and yeah, so I saw that with them. There's something every week, usually, especially at election time. There's probably a benefit or a dinner nearly every week. you
Or
know.
3 or 4.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Well, I have gone
That is
to
true.
I have gone to 2 different
In the same
breakfasts with
day.
Marvin.
Yeah.
I don't remember what week it was. Just a few weeks back, I was able to cover 5 and then make it to Cleveland to my son's basketball game before before I come home. So yeah, we stayed pretty busy on that Saturday. So
That's some serious campaign.
it was.
buddy.
It was. It
Well,
was.
and
But
then
you have to do that.
last time I had Mountaintop to come and do some work at my house, and they're going to this year. But the last time I had them to come and paint my deck, they want you to give them a monetary donation for coming and doing the freebies they do for you.
Correct.
Yeah.
Or they have a auction at the end of their stay here in the summer.
Right.
And Vicki had given me a bunch of things they bought at benefits. So I thought, well, I'll just give them those things. They're brand new.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
And Vicki bought them at a benefit, so somebody might buy them. So instead of giving them money out of my pocket,
You gave them.
I gave them 4 or 5 items she had given me.
Right.
It worked out just fine.
That sounds
Yeah,
right.
that
Yeah,
was
that's real
pretty
good.
slick,
Yeah,
Papa.
that was a good idea there.
That sounds like you. Yeah, that's pretty smart.
I was kind of proud of it myself. But they're going to come this year and they're going to do some work for me, and I told them that I would give them a monetary donation. And they'll furnish their own paint, but I told them I would buy my paint.
Right.
But it's a good organization.
It is.
But anyway, how did we get off on that? It's Michael Walker.
I don't know, but I was just sitting and listening, buddy. I know how we got off on that. We talked about benefits and events. And you got a bunch of things from them, and so you gave the mountaintop folks.
Let me ask you this, Mike. How many people do you think make a living out of politics out of that courthouse?
Wow.
Would it be 12?
Well, I mean, you got your elected officials, which obviously make a living, but then you also have everyone that works. I mean, if you went with all the employees, not counting the courthouse,
it'd be a different story.
Yeah, it would be. It would be more than 12 because I mean, there's several employees in the courthouse, but then again, you would fall back to the road
the highway department,
the sheriff's department. So you're looking at several.
Be a lot.
That comes right down to making a living out of. I guess you go back to politics as far as.
Right. And then of course a lot of this
all their jobs depend on.
That is correct.
The elected officials.
Correct.
And you said that you enjoyed serving the people of Bledsoe County.
Yes, sir.
Well, those are the ones that pay your salary.
That's exactly right.
Taxes is what keeps that courthouse going, and the sheriff's department and the police department.
We work. They say we're the boss, but we're not. We're the low man on the totem pole because everyone in Bledsoe County is our boss. So they are the ones that pay us.
That's
You're
right.
Yeah.
That is right. And I was telling you earlier, it does seem like it's flew by. It seems like just yesterday. It was 8 years ago.
I agree.
So it was, I guess, it was 2010 when you put your name in the hat.
That is correct. You know, going back to the age when I was out politicking, that was a concern of several citizens about the age. You know, I never really thought about it until I got out and got to talking to people. And, you know, they're asking me, you know, my age, and I'm like.
And I remember people saying that about you. That was one of their concerns, and that's why, if you really sit and think about it, not very many people are able to win at that age.
Right. Well, I appreciate that.
You know, inexperience is what they say. I'm just telling how people think.
Right.
That's what they'll say. But so yeah, you should feel pretty proud about that.
I do. I feel very honored to the support that I've gotten the past 8 years.
Well, the thing about it is, you don't walk in there. If you had been 12 years older, you would not have had the experience to do your job anyway.
That's true.
Well, yeah.
So whoever goes into politics that's getting their feet wet for the first time, they've got to go to somewhere to learn how to do the job they're going to do.
That's right. I mean, I guess you say everyone has to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So
that's
some age you have to start. So.
That's true. Which I guess your employees at first were able to help you.
They did.
Feet wet, so to speak, I guess.
They did. They helped a lot, yes.
Well, and then probably other people in the courthouse probably took you under the wing.
And they were all helpful. Anytime, even other counties. This is my position, circuit court clerk. You could call any clerk around, and they're always more than willing to help. And I mean, it's even today. I'm not ashamed to call someone and say, "Hey, is this? I've got something here I really don't understand," and they will call me, which we're always more than more than grateful to help if we can.
That's good that y'all have a good relationship like that.
Yeah, it is. And I really think all the clerks have the same relationship with their judges and their surrounding counties with their clerks.
Probably so, and it's definitely better to get along and help each other out.
Oh, that's for sure.
Because you never know.
You're exactly right, yes.
I'm assuming you deal with probably Ray County, Sequatchie County, some of them, Van Buren.
Yes, we do. Cumberland. They're not in our district, but we do have a lot of.
Oh yeah, they're our neighbor.
Correct. Yes.
Well, I'm sure that you found out it's much easier to develop friends than it is to develop enemies.
Enemies seem like come easy sometimes up in that office.
I have to mow my yard every week, but here lately I'm having to mow it twice a week. I've got an enemy that's coming and sprinkling fertilizer on that yard every night. Every night.
That's not good.
It's got to be
who it is.
You would think Billy would mow that yard for you.
Hey, I hadn't thought of that.
But let me tell you why. I've done it a couple of times, and it was never good enough. It wasn't like how he liked it, so Billy gave up on that. I think Albert wants to do it himself.
I hired it done one time in my life.
Right.
And
I'll tell you, he's particular. I'm not joking about that.
when we got back, when we pulled into our yard, we'd have been on vacation, and when we pulled into our yard and we saw dips that went down 3 inches deep in the ground, I thought, I'm not going to do this again.
No more. I'll do it myself. Right?
I'll do it myself.
Right.
But I wasn't responsible for that one.
I hired it done.
Right. Oh my.
Well, you got a couple months to go, Michael. Let's see, we're in June now. So I guess you're campaigning pretty much every day now.
I try to, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I sure do.
You having to do some of the door-to-door stuff.
It's hard to, which, you know, you're working 5 days a week, and then, you know, you've got a lot of your things on Saturdays to go to, but, you know, I would appreciate everyone supporting their vote, obviously, and if they ever need to talk to me, call the office, call my cell phone. Be more than glad if I can't answer or don't get not there, I'll get back with you for sure.
That's true. And what is the office number over
It's
there?
a 447-6488.
That's right. I used to know that by heart. I was sitting there trying to guess it because I used to have to call him all the time when I worked over at the jail.
Right.
Because you have to deal with that a lot too.
We do.
A lot.
We do. And we
so
got a
you're
good
always there at
relationship with
court.
the sheriff's department, which
Yeah.
I think that's a...
Do you know Paula?
I've heard of her. I've heard of her. That may be the only one we don't have a good relationship with. She's kind of mean, you know.
Well, I'll tell you. Let me tell you. Every time I have been arrested, she's let me out the back door.
Really?
That's it.
I'll have to keep that in mind, yeah.
Every time.
Right.
I know you get arrested so much, don't you?
Yeah. You know, when I get around people, I always tell them, you know, if you know me, you'll never see bars in Bledsoe County, which our jail detention center don't have bars. Just call me. Just call me. You'll never see bars.
That's good.
I like that one. Well, Michael, is there anything you want people to know? I tried to cover most of it, but
I think, just like I say, you know, I'd appreciate everyone's support and their vote. And if there's anything I can do, talk to you or anything, please feel free to come by or give us a call. We'll be there to talk.
right.
Good deal.
Well, good luck to you, buddy.
Well, I appreciate that.
Oh, no problem. And thanks for sponsoring our show.
You're welcome. Thanks for allowing me to.
Yeah, we appreciate that a lot. Well, that's it for this segment. Thanks once again, Michael, for joining us.
Thanks both of y'all for allowing me to come on.
No problem. And coming up after the break, we got some more guests with us. Sawyer Zane is back this week. He's going to talk about his fishing tournament. He come in third place, Papa, on a big fishing tournament. So we're going to talk about that and have some trivia for you. That's all coming up next, right here on the Albert and Billy Show.
Hello, thank you for tuning in. My name is Katie Burns and I'm excited to talk with you today about how to live well.
Okay, welcome to the Albert and Billy Show on WUAT and Channel 18 Valley TV and YouTube.
My name is Brianna Scott and I'm the Family and Consumer Science Extension Agent for UT Extension in Bledsoe County.
Hello, I'm Allie Pursley here with Channel 18 Valley TV, and today we're here at the Sequatchie County Veterans Memorial Park to discuss with you about the history of Veterans Day. It is also the United States annually observes Veterans Day on November the 11th.
Welcome back to the Albert and Billy Show on WUAT AM 1110 and Channel 18 Valley TV, and of course YouTube.
I wish I had one of those.
Well, you could.
And you talked about a Facebook.
Yeah.
Why don't I have a Facebook?
Because you won't touch a computer. That's why.
If I could ever learn to spell computer, will I have one?
Yeah.
And you got the wrong kind of phone.
Oh.
Yeah, he does, don't he, Sawyer? And Sawyer Zane Scarborough's here with us again.
The professional fisherman.
Yeah, he's going to be talking about his fishing adventures here in just a minute. First, we want to thank our sponsors for the Albert and Billy Show: Citizens Tri-County Bank, Posh Beauty Company, Scotty's right here in downtown Pikeville. As Papa says, go get you a good Scotty burger.
Or two.
Subway on the bypass. Don't forget about their breakfast now. Bilbrey's Insurance on Spring Street. Go see Frank and Susan Bilbrey for all your insurance needs. The Loom, our next door neighbor here at WUAT for a long time. Owner Judy Yates, you can go see her for what, Papa?
Alterations mainly.
Yeah. And clothing and flowers as well, right?
Sewing needs of all kinds.
There we go. That's a good way to put it. Sewing needs of all kinds.
Right.
And also the offices of Emma Boynton, Lisa Wheeler, and Michael Walker, as he was our guest a little bit earlier today. Also Janice Sapp. And it's Lola's, her new store. I guess she's had about a year now.
It's not new.
Yeah, well, about a year now, yeah.
No, it's been there longer than that, but she just opened it back up.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. She's been in there about a year now, folks. That's what I'm trying to say, Papa.
Okay.
She's right here on Main Street, just down the sidewalk here from us, ain't she?
About a block.
About a block away. And also the Highway Department, Marvin Smith and the Highway Department. The Farmhouse, Chandelier Cafe and Gifts. They're right behind us here at WUAT. And our newest sponsor, the Cowboy Church.
One Saturday a month, which is second Saturday?
I think so, the second Saturday of each month. And we may be filming at the Cowboy Church over the summer. I hope so. I'm looking for, I've never been there to see it, so I'd like to see it.
Well, do you have to ride a horse?
Yeah, we're going to put you on a horse, Papa.
Buck and Bronco?
Hopefully you can do some nice tricks.
Yeah. Tell him, Sawyer.
Do a handstand on it.
Handstand.
Yeah, I can see him doing that.
Stand up
We
on it.
definitely have to film that, Allie. Well, Sawyer, you're here. Well, you used to come up here to tell us about your chicken adventures and your
I
eggs.
actually still got them.
Oh,
Do you?
and you're still selling eggs?
Yes.
Do you sell them at the farmer's market?
But I ain't gonna be there Saturday.
But are you there usually?
Yeah.
Okay.
The reason Saturday is because tomorrow there's gonna be a catfish tournament, and I'm gonna go to it.
Of course.
What are you gonna do with your eggs?
But I think my mom's gonna sell them.
Okay.
All right.
He's going to hire some employees.
Yeah.
Because somebody has to sell the eggs.
Yeah, I know.
And
Or
we'll go ahead and say
if
they're
they don't
available
do
at
it,
the
I'm gonna
farmer's
say
market.
you're fired.
That's right. You get them, Sawyer. And his eggs are for sale at the farmer's market.
$2.50.
Don't know what we're talking about.
How much?
The farmer's market is open
$2.50.
every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. They have like over 40 vendors
Whoa.
there. It's turned into a really big event. So check it out, folks, if you haven't. It's every Saturday from 8 to 12. But Sawyer is here today. I've been telling for a long time he is obsessed with fishing, but maybe that obsession is paying off a little bit because he just competed in a fishing tournament. Where was it at now?
Dayton Boat Dock.
At the Dayton Boat
Oh,
Dock.
I know where that
And
is.
he come in third place, correct?
Yes.
And there was a lot of people in the tournament, so
And I was
it's a big
fishing
deal.
grown men.
He was fishing with grown men, wasn't he?
Yes,
Was
and
he the only kid in the tournament?
no, some of my friends.
Some of your friends
Yeah.
entered too? They just didn't do as well.
They didn't do as well, but they did sort of good.
They did sort of good. Well, that's good to know.
Did you win any money?
No, it's like
Look at the camera for us. Don't be shy.
I don't know what it's called. It's
Like prize.
donation.
donations?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, you won?
For Cyrus Gray.
Oh, got you. All the money raised went to Cyrus Gray.
Oh,
okay.
for the benefit.
And his family.
Yes.
That's a good deal.
Well, that's for a really good cause, Sawyer.
How many fish did you catch?
I caught 5 fish.
Caught
5 fish. How many pounds?
10.
Over 10 pounds?
57?
Yeah.
All right. That's
Wow.
good.
I didn't know.
That's okay.
That's an average.
I didn't pay
Wow,
attention. I just knew I was in 3rd place.
You just knew you was in 3rd place. From what we was told, you came really close to getting 1st place, didn't you?
Yes. I lost by not even an ounce.
Man, that was really close then. Really
You needed to catch one more fish, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yes. I missed 2 4-pounders, and that would have been the winning fish.
You missed 2?
2 4-pounders, and I caught 1 4-pounder.
Now, when you go this Saturday, are you just going to have fun, or you're entering another tournament?
It's kind of for fun and a tournament.
Oh.
Last
okay.
year they done it, and they had 600 kids.
600 kids.
But this is
Wow.
catfish, you said.
You gonna be catfishing?
Yeah.
Where at?
Spring City
All right.
at the Veterans Park.
Do you
Okay.
Do you like to eat catfish?
I do.
Sometimes.
I like to eat.
You just like catching them, don't you?
Yeah.
Right. Well, Sawyer, when is the one of your tournaments coming up? Do we know that yet? Are you going to enter some more? Are you going to enter some
Maybe.
more though?
Maybe.
I think you should. Since your first one, you got 3rd place. I think you're off to a really good start.
First bass tournament of my life, 3rd place. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what will you use for bait to catch the catfish with?
Probably night crawlers and chicken liver.
Chicken livers, that's a good standby right there.
Well, Sawyer, we want to congratulate you for getting 3rd place in your fishing tournament debut. And we're going to ask you to stick around for a minute because it's time for trivia.
Trivia! Woo woo woo!
And we'll start out, well, we're going to do both, but we'll start out with last week's trivia.
But now last week's trivia,
And Allie will be our lifeline, so if we struggle, hopefully she can help us out.
but remember
About
our
50-50.
100.
Listen at her. 75-100, she said.
last week's trivia, they were not questions, they were just odd facts.
Oh,
So just-
I hate it when you
Very,
All you do is-
very
all
odd
you do is
facts.
listen.
All we can do is listen to this, Sawyer.
Okay,
There's
these are
questions
they're
over
unused.
this week.
The next week's.
Okay.
The original name of the TV program Wheel of Fortune.
Are you sure you didn't do questions last week? Because I remember answering questions and they were really hard.
Well, I've
And
got.
Allie claims you did too.
Well, here's this week's trivia.
Well, let's do this week's trivia and
All
we
right.
might figure it out.
2 words used to describe a not so good vehicle. If you buy a vehicle and it's a bad car, bad purchase, what do you call them?
What do you think, Sawyer?
I've seen people that got a vehicle that was not a good one, and they would put a sign up in the back of their truck.
A lemon.
Lemon is
Yeah.
one. Lemon is one.
Clunker.
Clunkers 2.
All right.
You're good. Somebody is.
I was just seeing what he was doing. I knew the answer.
You didn't give me credit. Give Sawyer credit.
A ki-
I knew the answers. I just didn't say. I was saying it because you always get them wrong.
Not always. I get
No.
about
Son.
50%, right?
Not always.
50%.
Okay. A kind of plug that uses 5 letters. What kind of a plug has 5 letters in it?
There's another hard one, Sawyer.
5 letters?
Think of a plug. I had to buy one of them today. I bought it from my
Phone
weed
plug?
eater. I had to buy it from my weed eater.
Charging plug?
You use them in your
Oh
car.
my God, why can't I think of
You
it?
use them in your
Spark
car.
plugs.
Spark plug.
Spark plugs. Son of a gun.
Third
I
question.
didn't realize it.
It's all right.
An animal's name of 3 letters tells us you're trying to mimic someone.
Dog and cat.
No.
An animal's name, it's got 3 letters, and if that word of that animal, it means you're trying to mimic someone. That's a
Mock. So a bird. A mockingbird.
no.
Well, that would have been a good answer, though.
Another word. Another
I'm
word.
confused.
Yeah, I am too. Don't feel bad.
Another word for a motto that we use most time.
Catchphrase.
A motto is a also
Catchphrase.
Is that the answer? Well, what is
What?
a motto?
a motto. Let's see, Max Last Coffee. They always say it's good to the last drop.
So
that
like
was
a
a
slogan.
Slogan. Thank you.
Oh, good.
Slogan.
Got it right.
That's not hard, then, is it?
Yeah.
Good job.
came
Give
so
him a
easy.
It's
trophy.
kind of
Came
hard.
so easy. Okay.
We're doing pretty good, Sawyer.
The word used, if your boat is at anchor, you ought to know this. If your boat
Yeah,
is at anchor, what is it called?
Um,
And you leave your boat.
anchored up.
Oh,
What? Stuck.
does it start with a D, Papa?
No.
Oh, never mind.
All right. Complete this saying.
It's
Here
not, it's not docked.
No.
Well, that's
you
a
don't.
good
You don't
way to put
always.
it.
You don't always anchor your boat at the dock.
Okay.
Okay. Hither and
Hither.
hither and complete the thought. Hither and one more word.
Hither.
Hither means here.
I've never heard of the word hither.
Hither
Hither
and
means here and now.
here and hither.
Here and now docked. Hi, that doesn't make sense. Kinda. I don't
Think
know.
about your answers, buddy.
I'm only 8 years old.
If a man, listen, if a man is smooth pated, what is he?
Smooth.
Bald.
Bald.
Oh, okay.
Bald.
I didn't hear that one.
I knew
All
it
right.
because one of the cameramans is bald.
That's pretty good there.
How many of our military branches field a football team and name their city and state? How many of our military branches play football? Give me give me
3.
where the name of the branch and where they play.
Well, I don't know about
3.
all that. I can give you some teams: Army, Navy, and Air Force.
That's 3.
They all have.
Army, Navy, and Air Force.
But now the location and all that, I have to get with you another time.
Chair
for that.
Force. Chair Force.
I've been to
you
where- I've been
You
to that.
sit and watch a bomb. Chair Force.
I've been
Okay.
to the I've
think
been to
you
the
might have
I've been to the Air Force Academy. Okay, you don't know where they are. West Point, New
You
York
just sit in
is
the
Army.
chair and watch a bomb.
Is the Air Force out west?
It's in Colorado. I've
Dang
been
it.
there.
I was gonna say Colorado or Utah.
And Navy plays
Maryland.
right in
All
Annapolis,
right.
Maryland. So you did pretty good.
Okay, thank you.
If you are a baseball player and you got 3 hits, a single, a double, and a homer, and you went to bat 6 times, what would your batting average be? If you went to bat 6 times, 500? Very good. In pro baseball, if you are a base runner and your teammate hits a ground ball as you are advancing to your next base and the ball hits you on the leg, what happens other than having a sore leg?
You're out.
Right!
You're out. Yeah.
Daggone it.
You're out.
I was thinking out, maybe.
Well, then we'll share that answer, buddy.
Out, maybe.
That's this week's
Well,
trick.
Sawyer, we got a few of them right. Hey, that's an accomplishment with his trivia.
Yeah.
You should feel proud.
I thought he was going to be like Charlie Brown and
Oh,
Yeah, that would have been nice, wouldn't
yeah.
it?
A whole lot more easier than I know him.
Yeah.
Charlie
needs to
Brown.
consider that next time, don't he?
Yeah.
Who is it on Charlie Brown that likes to kick the likes to try to kick the football, but they always pull the football back and he falls on the ground?
Lucy?
Lucy.
There you go. Good job, Sawyer. Okay, so we don't have last week's trip. Well, we did, but we don't know where the questions are. But
Well,
that's
what do you
okay.
mean? I thought.
We did this week's trivia, and we did good.
Yeah.
We got about half of them right. That's close to that, right, Papa?
Close.
Okay. All right, well, that's it for the trivia. I want to thank Sawyer for joining us today. I'm glad you got to come by today and visit us.
And congratulations on your exploits with a fishing rod.
Yeah.
And you
I was actually gonna tell everybody what you was gonna use.
That's right. We want you to do that. I forgot
right
about
ahead.
that.
I'll hold your mic for you.
I'm going to make sure the camera gets it.
Try not to break it and get it in my shorts. First, a topwater popper. And next,
Top water popper, okay.
plug.
Plugs, that you said?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
plug. Or the other names, plug.
Okay.
A weightless Texas rig Senko by Yum.
Okay. Show it for the camera, though. I want the camera to pick it up.
The color baby bass.
Yeah.
So some of your fishing, you fish for the fish. You want the fish to come up and hit your plug at the top of the water. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you got to go all the way down to the bottom of the lake to find your fish.
Like with this
true.
weightless Texas rig, it shimmies.
How many rods do you have?
I bet he don't even know.
So many
got
I don't
so
know.
many.
Whoa. I never did have that trouble. I had a cane pole.
You only had one. Oh,
Now, I've seen one of those. What do you call
Yeah.
that?
a rattle trap.
Rattle trap.
And the color is bluegill.
Do what now?
Bluegill.
Bluegill.
Oh, yeah.
And this will go down near the bottom.
Near the bottom, but you sort of crank it fast and jerk it every often.
Right.
Well, let's give somebody credit here. Who taught you how to fish so good?
Some of it actually came from myself and my pa.
And my pa. That's nice that you included him. I bet you he drives you to every one of them you go to.
Yes.
That was the best answer yet.
And I bet
From
you,
myself and my pa. You know,
I'll
he helped
bet-
a little bit too.
who drives the boat?
Your pa.
Yes.
So I would say you need him.
I need him to bring me to the spot,
Right.
and
Does he help you bring the fish in, or you get him in by yourself?
I get him in by myself.
Oh.
But when I was like 2 and 3, he would help me.
2 and 3.
Yeah. I learned how to fish when I could actually reel a handle.
Whoa.
And you was 3?
1.
1? Wow. That's pretty good, Sawyer.
And I caught a 5-pound bass when I was 2.
Wow.
5-pound bass.
That's impressive, Sawyer. You're gonna be a professional fisherman.
Maybe.
Can I go with you sometimes where I can catch a 5-pound bass?
I ain't
Yeah,
telling all my
buddy.
secrets.
Oh!
Spots.
Sorry I asked.
Okay, well, maybe
That's
the
a
best
joke.
answer.
That's a joke.
Well, it was a good one, buddy. It was a good one. All right. Well, thanks for being here today, Sawyer. You come back anytime, buddy, and we'll talk some more about your fishing adventures you got going on. Okay. All right. All right. Well, coming up next, more on the Albert and Billy Show.
This is Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative's 804 square mile service area, which covers all of Bledsoe and Sequatchie counties and portions of Van Buren, Cumberland, and Hamilton counties. The dots on the map are our 146 central office locations connected via fiber optics, which is the foundation of our existing network. Our network currently allows all members to choose broadband internet services with unlimited data usage and download speeds up to 10 megabits, leaving none of our members considered unserved with broadband services, as it is currently defined as not having services available that allow 4 megabits per second download and 1 megabit per second upload. The highlighted areas of the map represent completed fiber-ready projects. From the Fiber Foundation, we are currently building what is known as the last mile, fiber to the home, which connects every member with an individual fiber connection, allowing them to choose the broadband services with unlimited data usage and speeds up to 1 gigabit per second for their home or business. In 2008, Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative began designing and building all new service areas as fiber to the home. A hybrid network design proved to be the most cost-efficient for the last phases of the network foundation in the most sparsely populated areas. Connecting our most remote members with an individual fiber connection during this phase of the network upgrade is why some of our most rural areas became fiber-ready before our towns, which is shown with these highlighted areas. Other fiber-to-the-home areas highlighted here have been built to meet business needs for our customers who signed up for broadband services with unlimited data usage and speeds of 100 megabit and 1 gigabit per second to conduct business from their homes. Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative is here to serve the members. Our current projects in Pikeville and Dunlap have the distribution fiber already in place in all of Pikeville and a large portion of Dunlap, setting for timely installs as members in these areas sign up for faster broadband packages now. Our most ambitious fiber-to-the-home project, outlined in orange, is currently underway in Dunlap, a complete cutover which connects every customer on an individual fiber connection as the distribution fiber is being placed. Better broadband and video services can then be added, often with just a call to the office. Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative, building the best network in the world, right here in the Sequatchie Valley.
I'll take care of less today, Dylan. Oh, doggone, I lost my debit card.
Hey, use that new Mountain Valley Bank app we got. You know, Card Valet. You can freeze your card so nobody can use it till you find it.
That's a good idea, Dylan. Where was the last place I used my debit card?
I don't know. Hurry up. I can't stay until I hear error. I feel like I'm doing the mannequin challenge. I'm gonna end up with lockjaw. Thank God.
The app freezes my debit card, Dylan, not you.
Oh.
All right, welcome back to the Albert and Billy Show on WUAT Radio and Channel 18 Valley TV. All right, Pawpaw, we're going to talk a little bit of sports, and then we're going to go into some Albertology, of course. But our sports topic, the main thing going on in sports, obviously, is the NBA playoffs.
Tonight's the last night, probably.
Well, probably. We don't know for sure, but it's looking that way. That's for sure.
Well, Golden State won their two at home.
Yes, easily.
And marched 3,000. No, not. They marched 2/3 of the way across the United States.
Yes, they did.
Walked right into Cleveland and acted like they were at home.
They did, didn't they?
They won Game 3.
And I don't really care too much for either team, but I can't be for Cleveland. You can't be a Cleveland fan if you're a Celtics fan.
No,
you
it
just
won't work
can't
out.
be.
It won't work out.
So I guess I'm rooting for the lesser of two evils in my eyes.
All right.
I guess I'm going to pull for Golden State because Cleveland beat Boston.
Well, the thing about it is, after 3 games, and one of those on the opponent's court, they have shown that they have more firepower. Because
Yes.
they have a more even distribution of scoring on their team than on the opponent's team.
Okay. That is true. Golden State is a lot more balanced,
Yeah.
aren't they?
And here's another factor.
Cleveland relies on LeBron too much.
Too much.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they have to.
Yeah.
Here's
Just
the
needs some
thing.
more help.
No team in NBA history has ever been ahead 3 games to zip in the finals
And lost. I saw that.
So you've got those kind of odds.
Yeah.
So if you're a gambler,
Yeah.
who would you bet on?
That's a no-brainer.
That's
isn't
a
it?
no-brainer.
Golden State right there.
I mean, I don't gamble, but I would gamble on that.
I would too. I wish you could win millions of dollars on that one. That'd be awesome. We could get that easy, Papa.
Yeah.
But that is definitely the main thing going on in sports. Obviously, Cleveland has to win, or they're done, and Golden State will be the champs. Golden State's 1 win away from an NBA championship. And
this will be
did
the
Golden
last
State win
game?
it last year or Cleveland?
Cleveland did.
Cleveland won it last year, right?
But
Golden State won the
Golden
year
State's
before.
been in the finals 3 games out of the last 3 years out of the last 4.
And won 2 of them.
They've been in the finals 4 years.
Yeah, and I think they've won it at least twice out of those 4 years.
Yeah, they've only lost it 1 time.
Well, it's looking like they're getting their 3rd.
This is what you call a dynasty.
It is. It is. I think they're too stacked, actually. I think the NBA really shouldn't allow teams to get that stacked.
Well, you know,
It's not really fair.
the government intervenes in situations where businesses gobble up other businesses. They call it monopolizing.
Oh, the
Because
NBA needs to do that too.
If you erase all your opponents, then you're in a position to up your price on your product.
That's right.
So if they keep on getting better and better players, who would even want to play them?
Exactly. You don't want it to get too one-sided like that.
But then at the same
it takes away
time-
from the sport. It really does.
That's what happens in sports. For many years, the Yankees dominated the baseball scene,
Yeah.
and what are you going to do about it?
Obviously, they don't know what to do about it, or they'd have fixed it by now.
Right. That's what I'm saying. If a team owner has the money to pay players to play for him that are better than what you buy,
Right.
then so be it.
Yeah. That's where they could get involved, but they just obviously don't want to.
Well, there's where you interfere with free enterprise.
Yeah.
In our country, you should be able to do what you want to do like that.
I guess, but there's definitely some cons to that, though.
One thing that I read today that really disturbs me, Terrell Owens is going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, and he said in the paper today that he will not be there for his induction. Why would you do that?
You know, that don't surprise me about T.O. He's got a huge ego.
Okay, but
He
why?
needs to get over himself.
Why wouldn't he say why?
There's no telling. I mean, if it was somebody else, it would be strange, but considering who it is, I'm not surprised at all.
And then the Eagles not going to Washington for their recognition of being the...
I think that's really stupid. Really stupid.
It's sad.
I'm really tired of athletes being political. We don't care how you feel about politics. You're getting paid to play a sport. Shut your mouth and play the sport.
Well, the fans are the one that pays your salary.
That's right. And the fans don't want to hear
The fans
it.
don't want to hear this
No.
crap.
And they're just shooting themselves in the foot. That's all they're doing.
Well, you've got a bunch of prima donnas,
That's right.
and
That's right.
I think they're to a point where they're saying to society and to their owners, I'll do my thing.
Yeah.
You leave me alone.
Yeah. Well, the owners need to get a spine.
That's what Trump is saying.
Yeah, they need to get a spine and stand up to their players because it's getting way out of hand.
Well, okay.
All right, well, let's hear some Albertology,
Albertology. I work 3 puzzles a day.
3 puzzles a day?
Yeah. And I have garnered 4 of these. I've saved them. I want you to hear what people are saying in my puzzles.
All righty.
Here's one that I got. I worked the other day. It says, I find television very educational.
Very educating.
Very educating. Every time somebody turns on the set, I go into the other room and read a book. Groucho Marx. Groucho Marx. He's dead now, but
I've heard of him.
he had a television show. What's My Line, I believe.
Okay. So he was an actor.
He always had a cigar.
Okay. I don't know. He must have been pretty famous.
There were one of them, Harpo, wouldn't speak. Harpo Marx and Groucho Marx, and he would just
couldn't speak.
He would just pantomime.
Can he talk, or could he talk?
I don't know. I never did hear him. I don't know if he could or not.
Okay, let's hear the next
All right.
one.
We have, if we're lucky, about 30,000 days to play the game of life. That's Adriana Huffington. That's about 80 years. She said we have about 30,000 days to play the game of life. That's about 80 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah, life expectancy is at that now, and they say it's going up too with modern medication.
Oh yeah.
Okay, what's next?
The Bible says 70 is about the average.
Plus 10 years, though, it says.
And it says, if by reason of strength there be 80 years, yet is there labor and sorrow, for it is soon cut off when we fly away. It's harder to get from 70 to 80 than it was from 60 to 70.
Right.
You got too many aches and pains.
But more people are doing it now, is what I'm saying. But it's because of it's modern medicine's why, though.
Well,
God's allowed them to come up with that.
They've not found a medicine to help me.
Sure. I think you do pretty good, Papa.
This fella, and whenever I give you his name, you'll understand. He says, my version of Georgia became the state song. That was a big thing for me, man. It really touched me.
Ray Charles.
What about
I knew
that?
it.
Ray
I knew
Charles.
it.
And
What's
this
the song, Georgia on My Mind?
Oh,
yeah.
And when we went to Stone Mountain, they had that night show where they do the laser.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember Georgia.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
Stone Mountain.
This is by Loretta Lynn.
Okay.
She said, when I first came to Nashville, we lived in old cars and dirty hotels, and we ate when we could.
Dang.
Isn't that something?
Wow. Well, it really paid off for her, though.
So that's one reason I enjoy working the puzzles. It's usually something that some famous person has said about their life.
Yeah.
And it's true.
Yeah, it's interesting, too.
Okay.
And like I said, she don't have to do that no more for sure, does she?
No. Today's June 8th, but June the 6th was D-Day. 74 years ago, on June the 6th, the beaches of Normandy were stormed by the Allies. And what happened on that day, the world was altered from where it was going. Germany and the criminals behind everything that they were doing had history written in their favor.
Right. Yeah,
and this is what Eisenhower, General Dwight David Eisenhower said.
Okay.
You're about to embark upon the great crusade toward which we have striven many months. the eyes of the world are upon you.
Heard that.
Then Brigadier General James Gavin told his paratroopers this: when you land in Normandy, you will have only one friend, God.
Wow.
So Jay Greason wrote this article from the Chattanooga Free Press, and he said, think of the fear those men felt. Think of the dread.
Yeah, definitely.
Think of the sacrifice. Now think if they had failed.
Ooh, that's scary to think about, isn't it?
Tom Brokaw wrote a book, America's Greatest Generation.
Yes.
These were the people he was talking about.
Okay.
So it was the greatest moment for that generation.
Oh, yeah.
Everything depended on success in freeing France and turning the war. This is 1944, 74 years ago. And so the war fate changes whenever they storm the beaches of Normandy and take it.
Sure did.
Okay.
That's why that day's so important.
Listen what this Jay says now. Today, consider the unity of purpose that dominates this great nation today. Do we have this type of commitment that was required then in our country? He says it's impossible to see how we could match their courage, match their spirit, and match their unity.
Well, that's a good point. That's a good point. So that was in the Chattanooga Times yesterday? Wow.
Okay.
That's a good article.
The meeting between North Korea's leader and the United States. North Korea's Kim Jong-un. and
so, who is it again now?
Kim Jong-un and our president.
Dennis Rodman's best friend. Yeah. That's crazy.
That was on the editorial page one day.
It's crazy.
Had a picture of Dennis Rodman giving him some advice.
That's a scary thought in itself.
But here's the three biggest questions that they have facing them.
Okay.
Listen to this. Who sits where? What will they eat? And who pays?
I like that. Now, North Korea and South Korea are kind of...
They're coexisting.
Yeah.
They're coexisting.
That's a good way to put
and
it.
I'd say a lot of the future success of their relationship depends on what comes out of this.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Because I think, reading between the lines, I believe that North Korea is in worse shape than the world knows they are in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And they are getting so desperate that they need the United States economically.
And they hate that. They hate that.
They're tired of the sanctions.
Well.
The top states for economic growth.
Okay.
Utah's number 1. Idaho's number 2. Colorado's number 3. Washington's number 4.
They're all out west so far.
Florida.
Okay.
Number 5. And 6 is Tennessee.
Oh, well, good.
You stop to consider the size of the state of Tennessee. We're small compared to a lot of states.
Compared to some states, yeah.
Texas is very big. They're number 7. North Carolina is number 8. Virginia's number 9. So you've got some
southern states, yeah.
And then New Hampshire.
New Hampshire, the only one for New England on there.
Hubbard Farms headquarters.
New Hampshire's a small state.
But Hubbard Farms headquarters was in New Hampshire.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I've been to New Hampshire, but I didn't know that. Pretty place. All New England.
How much time do we have?
Got a little bit of time. Let's hear about the Guatemala volcano.
Okay. we know we've been reading and listening about the volcano in Hawaii.
Oh yeah.
Been going on for what, 2 or 3 weeks now?
Yeah.
and it's not through.
I know, it's scary.
But Guatemala upstages Hawaii, and they start to have a volcano of their own, and it's called a volcano of fire. That's what they call there.
Oh, really?
It's
That
in
don't sound good.
El Rodeo, Guatemala. Some of the people's bodies that they've been able to extract from the molten lava that's turned into ash makes the people look like statues.
Oh, man. I never thought about that.
Temperatures have gone as high as 1,300 degrees Fahrenheit.
No wonder
That's
it made
hard.
them look like statues.
That's hard to believe.
Ooh, that's...
Ask Marilyn.
Good old Marilyn. Let's see what she's got for us today.
She says, our local weather station reports the number of lightning strikes during storms and notes how many strikes are positive and how many are negative. I never thought about one being one and one being the other.
Never in life have I thought about that.
So the person that wrote her asked, what's the difference between a negative strike and a positive strike of lightning? So here's her answer.
That's a tough
Negative lightning accounts for 95% of all strikes.
Okay.
All right. Positive lightning transfers a positive charge and is nearly always far stronger.
Oh.
It may discharge as much as 300,000 amperes and generate 1 billion volts of current.
Of what?
A current. That's how you measure it.
Yeah, I didn't know what you said at first.
And this is why they believe that a lot of forest fires start unknown. It's a lightning strike that's positive.
Wow, that is interesting. Who would have thought
So
that?
whenever you go outside and you see lightning, and when I drove home from Patricia's one night last week, God put on a big display, and I don't know if it's positive or negative, but it was lightning all over the sky, from one end to the other.
Yeah, you talking about last week? Yeah, it did a lot of lightning and thundering and raining, all the above.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
The Blitzonian, did you see that picture
I
of
did.
the flood right up here at the
I sure did.
127 and 30 west?
I want to remind radio listeners, because this is in the Blitzonian, the Republicans having their Reagan Day dinner on June 16th at the Senior Center. It starts at 5:30, and I'll be the master of ceremonies for that event. So come on down and see me, folks, at the Reagan Day dinner on June the 16th. That starts at 5:30 at the Senior Center.
That's my grandson. Okay.
I'm looking forward to it.
Let me tell you one more thing about Maryland.
Oh, got another question about Maryland. All right. After this, we'll do some jokes.
All right. When a person is handcuffed by the police, what determines whether the individual's hands are cuffed in front or in back? And you being a correction officer.
Yeah.
Why are some handcuffed in front? Or were yours all handcuffed in front?
Yeah, most of ours were the front. So I really don't know the reasoning behind that.
Okay, she says it depends on the particular county or
Yeah, I would say so.
the policy of the department determines.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. It's much easier for a subject that is handcuffed to assault an officer or a bystander if he's handcuffed in front.
That is true. That is true.
But if you have the handcuffs behind, it's much harder for them
to do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
So Maryland,
Well, that makes sense.
Maryland's pretty smart.
She is. She is.
Okay.
I have to give her that. Ready for some jokes?
One thing I want to say, Miss America contest.
I don't know. How could they do this?
Is going to forego the swimsuit competition.
Shame on them. How could they do that?
Why are they doing that?
How could they do that
But why?
to the men that want to watch a swimsuit competition like me? You're taking away the best part. Come on.
Well,
I couldn't believe that.
Evidently, it's not the best part.
It is too. It's probably somebody got their dang feelings hurt or something. That's
Well,
all you hear about anymore.
The person that I heard explaining it was a former contestant, former winner, Gretchen Carlson. And she said they want more of what's in the person instead of what you see to be determined, to determine your Miss America. But anyway.
So they're going to change it after like 100 years. That makes a lot of sense.
Okay, and Riverbend starts tonight. Guess who's on the Coke stage?
Coca-Cola stage tonight, I do.
Hank
Jr.
Hank Jr.
Ah, cool. That'll be a show for sure.
Okay, here's some. Who was it gave me these?
You need a drink. Get you a drink there, bud. He's doing jokes now.
Okay.
Allie's over there going, jokes.
This college.
We're on it.
This college student said, the only exercise I've done this month is running out of money.
I think we all do that exercise. Pretty dang good too.
Dogs have no money.
No.
Isn't that amazing? They're broke their entire lives,
Yeah.
but they get through. You know why dogs have no money?
Well,
They have no pockets.
shoot.
That's by Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, okay. Well, he is funny. He's a good comedian.
This one says, I know it's illegal to launder money.
And this has a cat with a dollar bill in its paws. So yeah.
These are laugh lines.
Okay.
I know it's illegal to launder money, so I've decided to stop doing laundry entirely.
There you go.
Just to be on the safe side. And this is a good advice. Save money by just buying bigger pants instead of paying a 1-year gym membership.
There you go.
Buy bigger pants. The quickest way, now this is Will Rogers. Will Rogers died the year I was born, so I never did get to know Will Rogers. But
okay.
I've read 2 books about his life. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, we've talked about it on here before.
And here's what he said. The quickest way to double your money is to fold it and put it in your back of your pocket.
That's a good point. It's a good point.
I would like to think that money won't change me, but I won $5 on a scratch-off lottery ticket and immediately bought brand name aluminum foil. Okay.
So true.
Listen to this.
3 more.
All right. He'd been less of, a Florida man who had broken into and ransacked a cell phone store thought of everything. He even shut off the power to the building to disable the surveillance camera to work.
Pretty smart.
He sprayed the glass display counters with Windex to remove his fingerprints.
Pretty slick
He
there
thought of
too.
everything except for the Windex. They got his fingerprints off the Windex. That would be me.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good.
A man snatched the cash drawer from a church gift shop in Florida.
Oh man, that's just low right
He
there.
took off, pursued by a church worker. The worker might not have caught up with him, but except the thief's oversized pants slipped down around his ankles and he fell down. That would be me. An Illinois man drove to a Walmart,
Okay.
shoplifted some electronic devices,
Okay.
and then nonchalantly just sauntered out the door.
That happens a lot.
That was when he noticed a problem. His car was gone. A repo agent had followed him to the store and repossessed the automobile while he was inside. So the police got him.
That serves him right. One more. That was a good one there, though.
Okay. A New Jersey man sneaked behind the counter of a convenience store and stole 9 packs of cigarettes. Carolyn saw a woman put 15 cartons of Winston cigarettes in a buggy one time. And
Goodness.
she called me up front and said, Albert, that woman put 15 cartons of cigarettes in her buggy. She's going to steal them somehow.
Yeah.
So what had happened?
That would be mighty expensive.
2 women came in the store. One woman had a big bag. This woman just goes over and takes 15 cartons of cigarettes off the counter. Carolyn is in the office.
She's watching them, yeah.
Well, she's in the office checking out.
Yeah.
And she sees 15 cartons of cigarettes put in a buggy. She thinks something's wrong. So they met in the store somewhere and transferred the cigarettes into the big bag. So Carolyn gets me up front and tells me what's going on. Well, about that time, we see a woman heading for the door with a big bag. Carolyn said, there goes your cigarettes right there. I took off after her. She ran up the bank between the store and the Citizens Bank.
Oh, yeah.
And I right behind her, I said, you can't outrun me. I'm going to stay right with you. And I called her back to told Carolyn, I said, you call the police and tell them to find me and they'll find her. Yeah. And she just kept on walking, and the woman that got the cigarettes got in the car and took off.
She did?
Left her. And you know what? They took her.
That's pretty bad.
They took her cigarettes. We never did get them back.
You didn't give them back?
I mean, the police confiscated them.
And didn't even give them back to y'all.
They got her and put her in jail.
But forgot about y'all. That's pretty good.
That's
all right. Well, those were good. You know, I don't think you finished that joke though. Finish that joke. You got sidetracked.
Oh, okay. The man sneaked behind the counter of a convenience store and stole 9 packs of cigarettes.
Right.
Also in the store, same store, and watching him the entire time were 2 men wearing bulky vests with the quite conspicuous word police on their coat. They're watching him.
Yeah.
So he got caught.
Yeah, some of these people could be on America's Dumbest Criminals, definitely. All right, well, that's it for this week's episode of the Albert and Billy Show. Thanks for listening on WUAT and watching us on Channel 18 Valley TV and YouTube. And tune in next week for another episode of the Albert and Billy Show. So long, folks.